What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another deck profile here on the channel. Today, I'm going to be talking about the Tendi Eager Science Officer list that I ended up taking to this week's Webcam Wednesday. This deck is a bit of a fever dream. I got some inspiration on how I wanted to play Tendi ESO, and it's a bit of a mad scientist build, and truthfully, this build is so close to being what I think is supposed to be this build. But there are some things that I need to change. What are those changes? I don't know. That's what you're for. Go experiment and enjoy this list. But without further ado, let's talk about the list. So this is a 4-check Titan attack list that came off of the idea of she is one of the only 2 currently in standard Chaos, Fire, and Life characters to make this entire package kind of all work together. And so I wanna go through. There's a lot of moving pieces and a lot of parts, so this deck list might be a little bit longer than normal, but a lot of pieces touch each other. And so let's talk about it. So we have Devana. Devana's entire role in this is truthfully to just increase our checks. The stun is nice, but our goal is, after I gain health, I'm going to increase my check so I can play some really, really big attacks. Such as the first attack that I want to talk about and part of the build around, and that is just Knockdown Blow. This card says that my next check to play a backup or shift attack gets +3. If I play shift attack this way, it also gets +3 damage. And so I am able to increase my checks, these being from being 4 checks now up to 5 checks, and gives a little bit of extra damage because of how Knockdown Blow works. Knockdown Blow is normally used in characters like Godzilla, or I've seen some people play it in things like, I guess not Mimic, but like Godzilla, in order to give these some really, really big stats. But we have some ways inside of our deck to make them big. But this is a perfect combo string character, and this is part of the reason that I wanted to play this character, is just for even more check bonusing. Up next, we've got double female Titan attacks. Truthfully, I want this to be a third. I just don't own 3. But female Titan attacks is a great one to play after the Knockdown Blow. 7i7 into a 7i for 10. That lets you redraw a card, re-ready a backup, and then once this thing is shifted, you can form commit and go pick up this punch. And so the female Titan and the female Titan attacks just like works well with this little engine to go and pick cards up. I'm gonna bring both of these off to the side for now. And the next punch that we get to talk about, and is another shift attack, is Attack Titan's Haymaker. So here is my big issue with this list. So far, we have seen 2 attacks that both check a 4, and this guy checks a 3. And so we do have a little bit of a risk when it comes to playing our moves. But this is a shift card that works with getting the +3 and +3. And this is a punch that if I don't have knockdown blows, or I think the Attack Titan's Haymaker is better, that I can go pick up with the female Titan. So again, a lot of moving pieces here, as well as my character gives stun 1. And so this thing being a 4 mid for 5 that is difficult to block and has stun 3 and can sometimes gain some extra stats feels very, very strong. Up next, we have 4 copies of the Beast Titan attacks. Truthfully, normally this is supposed to be 3 copies and 3 copies. Again, I just don't have another female Titan. And this card's entire job is to be a 7-diff shift attack that can be played late off of the Knockdown Blow. But this card also is modal in the idea of, once he is shifted, it is +2 damage to all of my moves, which is great, until I lose enough stamina to then I can go form, commit, go find a Beast Titan attacks, and then play the Beast Titan attacks late in the chain, give it plus extra stats, and to sacrifice this Beast Titan attacks, or this Beast Titan, to make it a throw. And so it gets very big, it's played hyper late in the chain, and then it becomes a very big throw. Card's very good. Again, I think you only need 3 of it. I wish I just had another female Titan attacks in order to take its spot. The next shift attack that we have is 4 copies of the Jaw Titan attacks. This card is very good with Divana because it has this incredible blitz. So I can take in, even if I'm at full health, play my Jaw Titan attacks, respond with Divana to lose a health, and then blitz to gain it right back to get plus to my check. And so now when I play something else, I've instantly got the +1, not to mention any other damage that I can heal back. Its shifted side is not nearly as important. Yes, the plus to the speed is very good, but it is not as good as the plus damage because we're already slinging 7 high 7s with stun 1, and so the interaction that we have with this list is very hard to deal with, and so it's a little tough to want to enhance commit for +2 speed. Up next, we have the last attack in our deck, and that's just double teaming with the attack titan. You'll see why I'm playing teaming a little bit, but there are plenty of times where I don't want to play the shift attack that I've gotten from my knockdown blow quite yet. And so playing something along the lines of like playing jaw into knockdown into knockdown. Sometimes I have a card that I want to play in the middle, and a teaming with the attack titan is perfect because it is a 3 check, but it's essentially a late card 5 diff that will then I'm allowed to play one of my cool shift attacks, and I still get the +6 to the later move, and I can play things afterwards even still. And so the entire job of teaming the attack titan is just kind of to lube an attack turn together if I find enough pieces. And so this one's fine. On to the actions. We're playing Double City Rampage. This card I think is fine. I mean, all of my moves are 5 or bigger, and they never get any smaller. And so it just like turns my check hacking into something really, really, really good. This card's at its best when, truthfully, I have not taken very much damage with Divana. And so Divana only works whenever I gain my health. And so having the insurance of, oh, I've got City Rampage, my moves get a little bigger, I get to string out just as wide. And it says that playing things like Knockdown Blow says that actually these shift attacks are going to get +5 damage, or +5 to their check, not to mention whatever I can give with Divana. Another reason to play this character is we're life attuned. So we get to play 4 Replicator Enthusiasts. There are some pretty specific pieces that we absolutely want to have more than one copy on our board, and Replicator Enthusiast says that I get to go build it in. And then a lot of the issues with Replicator Enthusiast is sometimes they can push you to deadlock, and the pieces that we are normally building in get us back out. And I don't necessarily care if they have 1 extra readied foundation, because, you know, I am sending 6 for 8s or even better 7 high 7s, and whenever I give them said readied foundation, I can just stun it with Divana if I have the wherewithal to do so. On to the assets. We're only playing 4, and that is just 4 copies of Soup. This is +1 damage, gain 1 health, +1 to my check because of Divana. You have to play this out of 4 of. It's just not. It's You absolutely have to when it comes to Soup. This card is very, very good inside this character. You block with it and it builds, keeps your 7 hand size health alive. You just have to. And now on to the reason that it ties all of this together, and that is the fact that we also have the Fire Attuned. And so we get to play Manipulations of Zeke Yeager, and every single attack inside of my deck, including the Knockdown Blow, can be picked up. And then here's the teaming of the Attack Titan. And so the fact that my entire attack lineup can be picked up with Manipulations, if I have a line such as I play Attack Titan's Haymaker, I commit a Soup to make it a little bigger, respond and gain my +1 on my check, I can play an attack and then play my Manipulations on a 6, check a 5, and then because I got +1 to my check because I gained a health, it's on a 6. It's like this one didn't count as progressive. The amount of value that you get inside of Manipulations is so good for the backswing, where it like Manipulations very, very much wants to be on the board. And so having 2 of them is even better. And so as you're starting to see, like, this idea of the chaos fire life attuned hodgepodge is all trying to come together and make this really sick engine. From there, I guess I can get rid of these now. From there, let's talk about the absolutely mandatory foundations. We have 4 brief respite on the life attuned that says sacrifice gain a health, sacrifice foundation, gain a health, and then we also have best buddies that instead of doing it at enhanced speed, now say respond, sacrifice, gain a health. This is just the main way that we're going to be using Divana, these 2 foundations, to gain up all of this health to gain all of my my check. And it's very easy to find some committed foundations because as I open with a knockdown blow, I check my 5, I commit my 2 foundations, I use my best buddies, respond, my next check now has +2, and it's like it didn't even matter. The amount of stringing that you can do inside of this deck with these 8 cards is crazy. And because of the life gain that we're doing, I do want to get a little bit more juice out of it with triple recuperation time. This easily could be a 4 of. It probably should be a 4 of. I was just nervous about room. You probably could like cut one of these manipulations for a 4th recuperation time. But this card is dead in the water if you are at full health, and so there is that. But the amount of damage reduction, not only as well as damage bonus that you give, is very, very good in this deck. It felt like one of the ways that I'm trying to kill like 30 health characters is I needed to have at least one of these on the board to get a little extra juice out of my moves. This card's very, very strong. On to the rest of the kit, the fluff cards, the cards that I think that you could change. We've just got double monster aggression. Again, I was nervous about not having enough damage and speed in order to get my moves through. Yes, 7 is a lot, but normally people are slinging moves for double digits, and I actually don't get to play very many in the early games. This is a combo deck. I'm trying to accumulate a board that lets me string out these really big 7 diffs, and so having a little extra juice feels solid. From there, we've got 4 basic trainings. It is deadlock pressure to make my things a little faster. It says that my haymakers get a little bit stronger and they're harder to interact with, and they are perfect candidates to blow up to gain my health. From here, onto some flow cards. I've got 1 league interview. Mill, my first one's a little cheaper because my check got plussed. And then on block, once it's flipped, I can destroy it to gain my health. All around, decent enough card. It's a 1 of, easily could be cut if you don't like it. From here, we've got 4 capture the target. Probably the coolest thing that you can do with this list is have something easy like play haymaker, and then you play knockdown blow, committing all of these in order to pass it, and then you play whatever shift is. You played the shift for free, and so that you then get to enhance and re-ready any capture the targets. Like this little bread and butter combo said that like I was allowed to play a 5-7-6 and get away with it with very little help from Tendi. At the same time, these are easily, you can just blow them up to get plus to your check on your rival's turn. You do not feel bad about that at all. Defense, we're playing triple fast friendship. A lot of our defense when I was playing the deck did come from the fact that I could destroy my face down or destroy my committed foundations after I've used a block. I can give minus speed with Tendi, then destroy foundations to gain a health. When I gain my health, not only does it make the goalpost a little bit further for my rivals' moves to hit me, but then I can also block a little better because I've got pluses to my check. And so the character's surprisingly defensive. Easily could have more fast friendship if you want to, though. From here, triple struggling. This was mainly here to have the flip hate to stop you from flipping my the best foundations in my deck, and it's just these ones, and it's not close. And so I needed to protect my my brief and my best buddies, as well as it can buy me back some blocks if necessary. Last couple cards, we've got double desperate plea. After I block with a thing, build it in. Yes, I am playing some pretty expensive cards, although I'm playing the 4-check package. Blocking with manipulations feels very good to then build it in and then get the bonuses. Or if I think that, you know, this is a 2 low block, this is a 3 high block, blocking with these and then building them in order to protect them feels very good. And then our last card is just a single copy of Incredible Display. Our deck has a surprisingly hard time getting and wanting to keep momentum. The only card that we necessarily, like, we don't shift is these two, or if we already have a copy of one of these inside of our stage. And like this one technically shifts as well, right? And so like, because all of these want to shift to do their thing, even if they do hit, going to momentum is a little tough. And so having a knockdown blow hit to then snag your momentum for the incredible display is very good. And if I'm playing teaming with the Attack Titan, I probably should be trying to kill them that turn. Like if I play the teaming and I didn't kill you, I probably committed and blew up most of my board, and so I don't know how the Incredibles play is going to matter. And so with that, there is my Divana Tendi list that I played at this week's Webcam Wednesday. This list is super, super fun, but I do think that there is something a little off about the sauce. I think that it has the potential to do something really cool and exciting, but I think that my numbers are a little off, or maybe I'm one set too soon. Maybe whenever the third Attack on Titan set comes out and we get a couple more of these Titan backup or shift attacks, this idea will be a little bit stronger, but who knows? Who knows? With that said, you guys, if you like this video and you want to see more like it, make sure you check out the other deck profiles I have on the channel, or go check out the run that I did on the list for Webcam Wednesday over on the channel as well. With that said, thank you much for watching, you guys, and as always, I wish you well.